Alright, we are back for round 1. The opponent mulled 2-6, but we will have to mull 2 because I cannot really keep that. That one is a very good 6 though, which is nice. Do I want to keep a land? I will keep Grapple. Grapple is really good in my deck, and yeah, I can use that. Let's see what my opponent did. They put a card on bottom. Okay. Probably should not change your gameplay that much, but it's a little bit of information that can be useful, so there is that. White-green, okay. Okay, now I guess I will aim for lands. I'm gonna drop that first. Like, I could get 1 damage with the rats maybe, but I'd rather be able to maybe cast Grapple and Rats next turn, or Crow. If this doesn't die, which I don't really know why it would die, given that my opponent's playing white-green, well, they can Angelic Purge, but they probably don't want to do that. I mean, against a red deck or blue deck, I would be more unsure about its surviving chances, but here it's likely to survive, in which case I think I will try to grapple, hit a land, and play the rats. I want to hit my land drops, and I'm not very likely to miss, though it could happen, obviously. I have a couple of artifact and instant and sorceries, so it's kind of risky. Maybe I should Crow first for that reason, just to make it less likely that I don't miss. I kind of want to pick the Soul Swallower, but I feel like I have to pick the Swamp. Yeah. Maybe that was a greedy play. So if I had played the Crows, I would have milled the 2 cards and I would have drawn the Swamp naturally next turn, but I would have missed a land drop. I think it's a close call. There was 16 lands left in my deck. And there's also the possibility to get a creature, but 16 land left in 31 cards, so more than 1 card out of 2 is supposed to be a land. So if I get 3, there is 1 chance out of 6 that I don't get a land, I think. That's very quick math, and those might be wrong math, but I think it was correct. Might be wrong. Alright, so we'll play the Hunter, and I think pass the turn. I could deal 1, but I'd rather block with that. I guess this blocks 2, but if my opponent has randomly some sort of removal, I don't really want to let them attack and trade 4 for 1. And I feel like I have a good late game, so I don't really need to... Like, yeah, here I'm pretty happy that I can trade the rats and not just take 4 and get rid of the Evangel. Alright. Swine is coming in. Mr. Swine is there. I don't have a match left in hand, which is kind of clunky. My opponent is missing land drops, but since they are missing land drop, they do have a bunch of spells. If those spells are removal, that could become troublesome. This will flip, but this doesn't really matter. I don't have Delirium, right? No, I'm not even close. I guess I'm halfway towards Delirium. So we will beat down with this one. If they have Sacrifice Target attacking creature, the white escalate spell, well, they do have it. I mean, I don't think it's right to play around that. I think I'd rather play Bloodbriar and Crow over Dryad. I guess I should play Crow first, see if I get Delirium, and then make my choice. That's probably the actual right move. And I did get Delirium, right? Yeah. Right off the bat. So I guess now Dryad is a slightly better play. Kinda sad that I milled my 2 best spells. Because Soul Swallower is an amazing bomb rare when you can have Delirium often, and my deck I think can do that. I guess I should even have played this before attacking, but I don't think my opponent was very likely to chump block that early in the game anyways, but yeah. I don't know. At least it was right to play the Crow before deciding the next play. But I don't... You know, if my opponent chump block, I'm actually happy. And if I give that trample, they will not chump block. So I think it's actually just better this way. If they attack, I'm gonna take 3. But they will not attack. Okay. Well, I can flip that. So if my opponent misses another... No, I need one more land, but if I draw a land and my opponent keeps missing land drop, that's gonna be very troublesome. You don't want to have that thing flip when you are stumbling on creature and mana and not doing match. Alright, sure. I'll trade. Sweet. Yeah. I think my opponent missed just too many land drops to come back in the game, unfortunately, but who knows? Who knows? Who knows what they could provide us with next turn. No, they just conceded. Yeah, that was unlucky, but it happens. It does happen. Okay, so white-green beatdown with a lot of humans. I guess this is not... I mean, I always think this is a human, but deep inside I know it's not a human. But each time I have to, you know, to use my brain for maybe one quarter of second to remember that it's not a human. But either way, white-green is known for humans, so there might be something going on here. And when I look at my side, I'm like, great. Well, my opponent did not show match, so anyways, there's not much I can try to do, but I don't know. White, they could have some flyer, they could have some downgrief, but I don't know that yet. And what would I cut for the spinner? There's nothing I want to cut, so yeah. If they played a downgrief last game, or maybe a spectral reserve or something like that, I think I would try to put the spinner in the deck and find something to cut, but since they did not show anything, I'm not even sure. I don't think it's worth it. Okay, this seems like a decent keep. Kinda weird, but kinda good. Well, if my opponent has a very aggressive start, I could be in trouble. I have a 3-drop, but... You know, often in this set a 3-drop and the draw is fine. But when the opponent has the nut draw, that might go wrong, obviously. Alright, it looks like one of the better and most aggressive draw they can do. So here I go down to 17, next turn to 13, while they will play a 3-drop most likely. Bombardment was amazing. I'm not gonna, you know, not gonna see if they have a pump spell and they can blow me back, so I'm just gonna kill that right now and make sure this dies. At some point I will have to get rid of it because of its ability and the fact that it can flip, so I might as well do it now. And yeah. This is just safer and better. Woodland Patrol. I'm not very far from having Delirium. Since I will probably buy back the 3-drop I'm gonna play here and I'm gonna trade, doesn't really matter which one I play. I think Patrol is slightly weaker because I'm getting fairly close to Delirium. I need one more type basically. So I think this makes the Patrol slightly weaker and slightly more expendable, and this is why I'm gonna throw it there and have it being eaten by a Face and Broken, I guess. That's bad, but still beatable. Face and Broken when you don't have the answer is annoying for sure. So I go down to 9, then I can block here. I guess that's a better option than Foul Bloods. Yeah, my opponent draw was kinda nuts. Prowler into Pilgrim into... Well, I guess this is a 2-drop. They'd rather have played a 3-drop, but that's quite close. And then Face Unbroken. That's about the best you can do with the white-green beatdown deck, I would assume. So if they have another Rimvol, I go down to 3. And they do have another Rimvol. And another creature. Yeah, now I lose. That draw was a bit too insane and perfect, I think, for me to do anything. I guess if I draw Dark Salvation, I still have a shot. Soul Swallower is not gonna help here. Yeah, GG. Alright. Well, actually, I should sack the Terrarion first. Let's not forget about that. Oh! Yeah, I guess sacking that was a good... I almost conceded. Good lord, that would have been bad. Because here I'm coming back in the game like a lord. I mean, I'm still dead to... I'm not even dead to Rimvolt because Pilgrim only deals 2. Alright, alright. I'm at 3, but I'm here. Another Face Unbroken would kill me, though. But not much I can do about that. And I have a Soul Swallower that will draw. I almost conceded that game. That would have been bad, really bad. Lone Rider, okay, fine. I think we want to drop that first. And, you know, try to make it bigger ASAP. Don't think I want to attack here. Yeah. Who knows? I still think I'm an underdog because I'm really dead to a lot of things, but I might come back. Chaplain is troublesome because I'm not sure how I'm supposed to deal with the flyers. And I have to block it, so it's certainly not a good news. Actually, none of my 3-drop died yet. Yeah. So should I start to beat down? They can triple block, which I think I don't love. How am I racing those flyers though? I guess attacking with the Foul Blood doesn't make much sense because they can just block with Chaplain and something else, and well, then I don't have to kill the Chaplain, but it's still pretty bad. Ugh, that's tough. How am I beating those flyers? I guess I should have sided in the the spider. I cannot get too aggressive either. I don't think I can afford to attack. I don't think attacking is gonna give me match. I kind of want to make put my opponent on a short clock if possible, but this just seems wrong. And they might not attack with the Chaplain. I think my opponent should, you know, sack the thing, and I think it's a pretty obvious play that you should try to sack that and get your flyers, but they might not go for it. They might not see that, in which case it's actually good for me. Like, I'd rather them cast that over... I mean, Double Strike is annoying, but it's less annoying than them getting 2/2/1/1 flyer this turn, I think. So I guess this should attack because I kind of want that to trade. Should I attack with the Soul Swallower? Feel like I kind of want to do that and start applying pressure. My opponent, I guess, can block with everything, but I'd be happy if this happens. This has Vigilance. If they just take the damage, they go down to 8, which means that that thing is probably lethal next turn, this plus the Foul Blood. And then I'll have 4 blockers, so I can block everywhere. If they give that Double Strike, I don't die. Yeah, I think it is the turn where I want to beat down. I don't think I can afford to attack with the Foul Blood. I'm attacking with that because of Vigilance. And because I'd be happy to make a trade and get value of the Scavengers. If I attack with that, though, I don't have enough blockers left. But here they either trade a creature or this stays onto the battlefield, so yeah. So the next turn is probably gonna be the deciding turn, I guess. But I think now it's a little bit too late for them to kill me with the flyer before I can kill them with the Soul Swallower, actually. At least I hope it is. I don't think there's any reason to play my land and let my opponent know that I have nothing. Oh, I completely forgot about that. That was very bad. Good God. Yeah, that was... Now I'm dead, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I'm dead on board. Yeah, I messed up. I messed up really badly. I did not... Yeah, I did not think that it would flip at all. But an 8-8 trample double strike will kill me. Hopefully my opponent forgets. I guess it's not a human anymore, actually. Yeah. I'm still quite dead, I think, though. I guess if they attack with everything, they die on the backswing, though. So we probably want to block and trade here. And we kind of have to jump there. If they use the mana, I don't have a kill next turn, unfortunately. Well, either way they will gain 4, so I will not be close to have a kill. Yeah, I forgot about that, and that's pretty bad. I'm not sure it's gonna change the game that much, though. Yeah, I mean, it would have flipped eventually. And this still cannot attack into my Soul Swallower, so who knows. I'm down to 2, though. Yep. That's bad. That's bad. That's really bad. I guess if I draw Dark Salvation, I kind of win on the spot, but other than that... Yeah, I don't think... Honestly, I think the forgetting about this thing... about the fact that this thing would flip was really, really bad. But I got lucky enough to top deck my Compulsion and now the Salvation that we should be good. So I want zombies, and I want to kill that. Yeah. Speaking of the devil, yeah, I think now it should be over. Yeah. Good God, that top deck was crazy. And I'm attacking with the foul bloods because I'm not dead to a spot removal. And now my opponent is dead to my entire board. And not sure what could save them. I don't think anything can save them at that point. They would need 2 removal. But Prey Upon doesn't do the trick, so 2 2-mana removal. I guess double Rabbit Bite means I'm dead. So maybe I should have only attacked with the Soul Swallower to play around double Rabbit Bite, but it's a common from a... There's only one pack of shadows and we haven't seen any Rabbit Bite. But maybe attacking with a Foul Blood is just not necessary. Though I guess putting the opponent down to 2 when you have the zombies, because they could have a removal for the Soul Swallower. But I don't think, yeah, I guess double Rabbit Bite is the only thing I can think of that would kill me here. Whew! That was close. That was really close. I did 2 amazing top decks. Really, really got lucky there. And the Chaplain in play, yeah. I kind of messed up. I mean, getting the 9 damage was good, but maybe I should not have attacked with the Patrol. It kind of felt like I had to start attacking. If this was a human, once it's flipped, I would have died. But honestly, I mean, I'm not sure that my attack was bad, but what was bad is that I did not take that into account, and that could have cost me the game. That probably should have cost me the game, but yeah, I top decked right in time. Phew. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed. See you for round 2.